Badarachna Speedway for DRIFTKINGS the Super Final. It's Saturday and we have the morning practice, which is from 10 until 2 o'clock. It's now 11:30 and we start off our live filming Sodas with his E46. Trying to get the car into the outside zone of 4, getting clip 5, getting clip 6, and powering the car over the finish line. All of the drivers are here now. Yesterday there were some drivers missing from the practice sessions as it was Friday and people had work. Moving over now, we've got Kostas Christoforou with his 2JZ S13, completely missing clip 2. Gets clip 3, but he needs to be way deeper in the zone than that. Running a shallow line round clip 4. Transitioning across the track, missing clip 5, and claiming a little bit of clip 6. We've got all the media guys out now. Evangelos on the speaker system coming up soon. We've got Easy Sound speaking at the moment. We're moving over to Simos Pitkis. Simos Pitkis going into clip 2, but could be a tad deeper. Doesn't manage to get the car on the racing line until 3/4 of the way round clip 4. Transitions a little bit too early, thus missing the end of clip 5 and then getting clip 6 and going across the finish line. Yesterday during the practice, a few drivers had a problem on clip 2. They weren't getting deep enough in the zone, thus they weren't deep enough in clip 3 and then didn't have enough speed to reach clip 4, which is at the beginning of the ties right there. Eftigios needs to be about 30 centimeters deeper into clip 2, but gets clip 3 nicely. Now and across the line, Eftigios, nice to see him Badarachna Speedway today. His car caught fire across the finish line yesterday as he spun out into the field and probably one of his fuel lines exploded. So yeah, he got out of the car quickly. Marshals went onto the side, put out the fire, and everyone was okay. Sandro with her E36 coming in, getting clip 3. Trying to push the car out to clip 4, getting into clip 4 now as she goes around the rest of clip 4. Transitions, needs to be way deeper for clip 5 and goes to clip 6 and takes out the no-hit cone up on the finish line. So people, just as they get that cone back again, the layout is as follows. They come down this line, they initiate, they have an outside clip, clip 1. They come around the track, we have one no-hit cone right there. Second clipping zone is right here. They transition across the track for clip 3. From clip 3, they need to fly all the way until clip 4. The 4 cones you see here, they're guideline cones. They're for the drivers to reference where the beginning of the tire wall begins. The cone that's in the track is a no-hit cone. They take the outside line where the 4 cones are, and the clip 4 starts from the beginning of the tire wall. It's all the way outside zone until the cone we see there. There's also another no-hit cone there that they are not allowed to touch it. They come, they can get off the clip 4 at this cone here, transition across the track for clip 5, another 2 no-hit cones right there, transition again to clip 6, and then around to the finish line, and we have a cone right about there, which is a no-hit cone. And the finish line is basically behind the Achna Speedway TV there. Qualifications is going to be later today, followed by the live stream of DRIFTKINGS on their YouTube channel. So if you want to watch the live, you can head over to DRIFTKINGS YouTube channel and watch it there. There's the live stream truck coming in now to shot. I hope he can fit underneath the Texaco sign because he's got 3 Dometic air conditionings on the top of that thing. 4. Now he's going to go around. Even though I think he could have fit underneath there. That truck is super cool. We'll go check it out later on and show you what the inside of the live streaming HD truck. It's quite cool in there. You can see all of the graphics that they use to put on the live stream and how they control all of the cameras that are around the track. Now we're going to move over to the next practice run as the cones have been placed back by DRIFTKINGS marshals. And we move over to the next run, which is, we have CH Loizu with his 2JZ S13 rocking 960 horsepower. He needs to be at least 80 centimeters deeper into clip 2, but gets clip 3 nicely. Pushes the car onto clip 4. Comes off the line towards the end of the track of clip 4. Transitions across the track. Needs to be deeper for clip 5. Gets clip 6 and across the finish line sideways. Yesterday the drivers had some problems on clip 2 to fill it out all of the way. And then most drivers, they don't enter into clip 4 around there. They're getting into clip 4 around this section. And as they drive around, some of the drivers in this area right here, they start coming off the clip 4 line, which is all the way around the outside of the track. And then the rest of the run is pretty good. So they just need to finesse clip 2, and they also need to finesse getting into clip 4 from the beginning and staying full throttle all the way around the outside line and being able to stick to clip 4 even in this section where people are coming off the line until this last cone. Let's see what the guys are up to today. They did a lot of practice yesterday, but not all of the drivers were here, so it's nice to see everyone's back at the track. We move over to the next run with Alekos Hasikos with his 900 horsepower E30. Gets clip 3 nicely. Much better run from yesterday with Alekos Hasikos, but he has come off the racing line there on clip 4. Transitions across the track in clip 5. Could have been at least 30 centimeters deeper there, but a much better run from Alekos Hasikos compared to yesterday. E36, Antonis, very shallow line around clip 4, giving it a few clutch kicks, but he scrubbed out his speed from the handbrake. We have Natalie going into the track from Romania in her BMW liveried Red Bull drift car. Yesterday, Natalia's car was in pieces. She had the intercooler and the crash bar and the filter system off the car. So obviously she had some engine issues, but they came back last night and they fixed it. Some teams left at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning last night. Tofi's team was also fixing the car until the late hours. Now we have a twin. We have Alexis Harris leading with his 960 horsepower S15 2JZ. Chasing, we have Simos Tikis with his BMW E36 2JZ. Alexis Harris coming away from the line but getting back on it. Simos Tikis getting lost a little bit in his smoke as Alexis Harris dips a wheel into the dirt and across the line. Simos Tikis had a few corrections right here as he was trying to get back onto the doors of Alexis Harris, but it's nice to see the guys running some twin runs during the practice session. Today we have the judges. We have Mike is the race director. We have Adam Ken-Mary, and we have the guy from Greece, which is right there. We've got Bepsis in his R33 coming in, but scrubbing off too much speed. Handbraking now, getting into the area of clip 4, but a very shallow line and very shallow angle as he pushes the car around the track. Bepsis, everybody, it's his first time racing at DRIFTKINGS. It's his first time racing in Cyprus in a championship, and it's also his first time driving this layout. He did a few runs yesterday, but he had a few issues with the car and it cutting out the power when he got into clip 4, but it's nice to see that he's driving again today. Takis Takamura with his E46 coming around the corner, not quite making it into clip 4, a little bit of understeer from the front wheels, then he continues the run till the finish line. Yeah, bro, you're welcome, man. I want to film the practice sessions so that the drivers can watch their battles and their practice when they go home. And for you all to see what happens at Athna Speedway during drift practice. Chrysanthopoulos, E36, livered up with a pink shark on the side, too much angle, scrubbing too much speed, and he shuts down the run. Chrysanthopoulos making his second debut at Athna Speedway. He came to the first DRIFTKINGS event, but didn't come in the following years, so it's nice to see Chrysanthopoulos back at Athna Speedway. He's a driver from Greece. Now moving on, we've got Banais, used to be with the Sapporo, but now he's rocking a Mitsubishi Galant. He wasn't here yesterday, so he needs to do a lot of practice to get back onto the racing line, as he's a bit shallow through clip 4. Gets clip 5 nicely though, gets clip 6 as well. A little pull on the handbrake and a little straighten across the finish line. Make sure to come on down to Athna Speedway. Saturday and Sunday we have qualifications later on today, and tomorrow we have the twin battles. It's going to be an amazing finish to the 2025 drift season at Athna Speedway. We have Savas Ioannou with his BMW E46 running a Barra engine. The only Barra engine in the championship. And second, people, my notes are flying away there. Next we have is Porkelab, Peter Porkelab with his E46 coming around, getting clip 2, but could be at least 30 centimeters deeper. Gets clip 3 nicely, a little tap on the handbrake, tries to get into clip 4, but he now shallows up the line, comes away from the clipping zone, transitions through clip 5 very nicely, and clip 6, and goes straight through the dirt and doesn't make it across the finish line. We had a few accidents as well yesterday. We had Stefan Sorin clip the back of the wall, but the car is okay, and so is the driver. We also had another car crash into the tires there. I think it was Dagis Tagamura. Also, the car is fine and the driver's okay. And this morning we had Andreas Wax spin out and take out the rest of the tires on this side. Also, Andreas Wax is okay and his car is okay. Moving on to the next run, let's see who's coming down into the Kuma turn. A little bit of information about Athna Speedway, people. This track was built in 2011. The owner had gone to Japan many times to the D1 GP in Ibisu with his son, Yannis Christou. And they met a guy called Hiroki Furuse. He's the manager of Team Orange back then. And they brought him over to Cyprus. He designed the track. It was an all-purpose drift track. The asphalt that they used back then was a very fine asphalt so that we don't use so many tires during drifting. And this wall here, Kostas Christoforou, 2JZ S13, getting some nice angle through clip 3, but scrubbing out all of his speed and shutting down the line. The wall is a little bit like Bihoku race circuit, and this turn is named after, wait a second. This turn is named after Kumakumbo that owns Ibisu race circuit in Japan. And then the rest of the turns is Marios is one of the owner's sons. Yannis is at the top before the straight, also one of the owner's sons. And then we have the Athna straight and the Athna chicane. Moving in, we've got Mr. George Chelebis, head of the Cyprus Drift Championship. He enters into zone 4, but he's very shallow. But we won't be too hard on Mr. Yorgos Chelebis because he hasn't driven in 3 years, as he is the organizer of the Cyprus Drift Championship and is not allowed to race during the championship itself because he's organizing it. So it's nice to see Chelebis behind the wheel of his S13 SR20. Moving on, we have CH Loizu trying to push the car all the way to outside clip 2. Gets clip 3 nicely, lining up for clip 4, gets in on clip 4, nice and deep there from CH Loizu. He comes off a little bit on the racing line of clip 4, transitions, could be at least 40 centimeters deeper in clip 5, goes across clip 6 and across the finish line. A nice run there from CH Loizu. He did come away from the clipping of clip 4 right here. He pulled off a little bit, but then claimed it towards the end where the cone is. We've got El Torero going up with his E46 BMW running 660 horsepower. El Torero in semi-pro in the Cyprus Drift Championship, but in Drift Kings there is no semi-pro category. It's just pro all weekend. Nice to see El Torero playing with the big boys in the Drift Kings Super Final Championship at Athena Speedway for the end of the 2025 drift season. We've got Andonis with his E36 BMW coming into the track, missing clip 2. Not deep enough in clip 3, so he will not make it to clip 4. Whoop, a little bit of a straighten, but he saved it before going into the tires as he pushes his BMW E36, tries to get clips 5 and clip 6, and across the finish line. Andonis was not here yesterday to practice as he was at work, so he has his work cut out for him. The track is quite hard as it's outside lines, and the first zone, the second zone, the fifth and the sixth zone are easy enough to get, but clip 3 to clip 4 is quite hard. We have Alexis Harris with his 2JZ 960 horsepower Ross Performance engine coming down, but he shuts down the line. Maybe there's a problem with the car, or maybe he had put in the wrong gear. But if he's turning in there, maybe he has a problem with the car as he heads back to the pits and they check out what's wrong with it. Moving over to the next run. Who do we have? We have Natalia with the Red Bull BMW coming around, claiming clip 2 very nicely from Natalia. Fills out clip 3. A little bit late into clip 4, but she's into clip 4 all the way at the edge of the track, all the way around until the cone. A very nice run there from Natalia, filling out clip 5 very nicely, very deep into the clip there and across the line. All she needed to do on that run, which was really good by Natalia, we didn't see her drive that much yesterday. She had engine issues. She just needed to get into clip 4 a little bit earlier. She got into clip 4 around this part of the track. She needs to get in from the beginning of the tires. We have Chrysantopoulos on the right edge of the track, taking out clip 2 completely, annihilating the cones. Not deep enough in clip 3, thus running a little bit of a shallow line. He slowly gets into clip 4 towards the end of the clip, goes through clip 5, gets clip 6, but isn't quite deep enough. Goes around the no-hit cone and across the finish line. Welcome everybody to the live stream. We're here at Drift Kings 2025 Super Final at Athena Speedway. Today we have practice until 2 o'clock. Then we move to qualifications, and then tomorrow we got the battles, the top 32 parade and the battles, and then moving on to the evening we'll have the podium celebration, and we're going to crown the Super Final Drift Kings champion here at Athena Speedway. We move over, we see Banais with the Gallant pushing the car out quite nicely into zone 2 from Banais there, holding a little bit of the handbrake, now trying to push the car to get it into the clip 4, but runs a little bit of a shallow line for the last 3 quarters, transitions across clip 5, but is not deep enough, and then moves along clip 6. Alexis Harris there in the start area, talking on the phone, which he's probably called one of his mechanics. Something seems to be wrong with the back of the car. Maybe it's a differential or a rear half axle. We've got Saracioanno with the E46 Bara engine. He gets clip 2, nice step, clip 3, but is a little bit shallow around clip 4. Pushing the car, transitions across the track, gets clip 5 very nice and deep into that zone. 6 looks the same, and across the finish line, but he hits the no-hit cone right at the end where the finish line is. Kyriakos Marios Tsodas with his E46 going into the track right now. Just heating up and scrubbing off all of the marbles that are collected onto the front wheels of the E46. CH Loizu now coming down towards the start line, going to go up to the start line. Over there in the background we have the burnout box, and the start line is right behind this grandstand. This is where they come to drive into the racetrack, so all the spectators can see who it is. We have CH Loizu Garage with his 960 horsepower S13 2JZ. He is the J-Spot's main sponsor, has been helping me out for the last 3 to 4 years in the drift scene, helping me out with my missile cars. We also have SP Tires, Sodiris, also the second sponsor of the J-Spot, supplying me with all of my tire changes for the last 3 to 4 years. So happy to have both of these people in the J-Spot team. We move over to Peter Pokelap with his E46, running a little bit shallow through clip 2, claiming the cone on clip 4 in the no-hit cone. Doesn't quite make it onto the racing line there, as he goes through clip 5 quite nicely in clip 6 and across the line. But he did claim the no-hit cone, which is being placed back down by the marshals. Good morning, Banayotis Zacharias. Nice to see you join the live today. We have Peter with his S15 twin turbo coming around, not as deep as I'd like Peter to be in clip 4, but gets clip 5 very nicely, and I can't really see what he does through clip 6 as he's producing way too much smoke. Peter put on one of the nicest runs yesterday. He was a little bit too deep in clip 4 and claimed a few tires there, and then claimed a few tires there at the end, but he ran it really nicely all the way around. Moving over to the next run, we've got Kostas Christoforou with his 2JZ S13, pushing the car out, but he needs to go way out to get clip 2 so that he can get into clip 3. He was lining up for clip 4, but did a few corrections on the angle as he's going around the corner, transitioning across the track into clip 5. He could have been a bit deeper, and then clip 6 and across the finish line. Sugar Racing, sorry bro, I'm not answering your phone calls. It's because I'm doing the live and it keeps cutting out the live every time you call me, it stops the live for a few seconds. I'll come into the pits as soon as I finish the live stream. We've got, who do we have? Is it Sergio Gregoriou with his BMW? Sergios Gregoriou there with his fill and go BMW car. I will go and speak to the drivers and find out their horsepower in the pits. Moving now, we have Yorgos Chelebis getting clip 2 nicely. He transitions into clip 3. Holding the handbrake, he's into clip 4, but he's got a little bit too much angle and shuts down the line. Oh, Chelebi, that was going to be a beautiful run, bro, if you held it. He got into clip 4 from the beginning of the tires, but had a little bit too much angle. That's scrubbing his speed and almost stalling the car. He managed to clutch kick it and go sideways for the rest of the run, but that would have been a really nice run by Yorgos Chelebis. Andonis with the E36 needs to be about half a meter deeper into clip 2. As he comes into clip 3 and clip 4, he's running a little bit too shallow line as he's pushing the car now to the outer zone of clip 4 towards the end of the clip. Transitions across the track, needs to be deeper in clip 5 and clip 6 and across the line. Cars we have going into the track now, we've got Alexis Harris. He's on the back of the platform truck, so I think he might even have broken axles. Then we've got Bambos Nicolau, not Bambos Nicolau, we have Bambos Halarambos. With his BMW E92 from Cyprus. And then behind him we have Simos Tikis, also with his E36 going up to the start line, powered by a 2JZ. Just going to wait until Haris is into the pits safely and Mike gives the okay for the practice to continue. Just getting that wire out the A. Look at the start line. We have a twin. We have El Toredo leading. Oh my God, one car has hit the wall. Who was it? There is a tire stuck underneath CH Loizo's rear wheel light there. I think El Toredo was a little bit deep into clip 3 and has clipped the wall and underneath the Marshall Tower 3. I bet Mate got a really cool clip of that. He's climbing down the stairs at the moment. Drivers are okay. El Toredo has moved the car now and is going back up to the start line. El Toredo checking that CH Loizo is okay and telling him sorry and that he's a bit pissed off that he hit the wall. CH Loizo's car is going to need some fixing. CH Loizo now getting out of the car, going over to talk to El Toredo, telling him that it's okay, bro, it's part of drifting, no hard feelings, taking off his door that looks like it's come off the hinges. El Toredo going into the pits. Quite a lot of damage to the back of the car, but it's all looking like it's cosmetic. I don't think anything got dented on the back crash bar or on the fuel tank. CH Loizo can't really see the back of the car, but since I know CH Loizo's car very well, the whole back of the car is fiberglass, so for sure it's got some cosmetic damage as well. Team manager Angelos there walking back into the pits with the door. There we go. Yeah, CH Loizo has quite a bit of damage there at the back of the car. Looks very sad, the back of that S13. Moving into the track, we've got Sandru with her E36, followed behind her by Alekos Hasikos, actually driving a little bit of the racing line, just seeing where he needs to be for the runs during qualification. I like seeing drivers do that. Whenever they spin out or they shut down the line, it's always nice to see the drivers drive through the racing line where they need to be so they don't get any bad habits, and they can also visualize what they need to do on their next run. I won't be able to film during the qualification, so there won't be any live from the qualification for me, as we have the real live is right here. I did a big mistake today and I didn't bring any water with me. Now we're just waiting for them. They've just finished cleaning up the track, putting the tires back onto the tire wall. All the marshals are going back into their positions, and we are going to continue now with more practice until 2 o'clock from the super finals of DRIFTKINGS 2025 at Aachen Speedway. Sandro on the burnout box in the back there, heating up her tires as Alekos Hasikos waits his turn. Okay, we have Chrysanthopoulos with his E36 pink. Oh, he's gonna be right at the edge of the track. Very nice there from Chrysanthopoulos. Goes through clip 3, a little dab on the handbrake, tries to get on clip 4. He's in clip 4. He's quite deep through clip 4, comes off towards the end of clip 4. Transitions across the track, could be a lot deeper through zone 5. Gets zone 6 nicely, and then across the finish line. A nice run there by Chrysanthopoulos. Even though he did come off clip 4 around this area, he did get it nicely from the beginning of clip 4. Very nice to see Chrysanthopoulos figuring out the racing line. Look to the start line, Sugar Racing is saying. I can't see him though. There is a few people on the grandstand that have come to watch the practice. A few people on this grandstand as well. But we'll fill out the grandstands moving closer to the qualification time. And also tomorrow we're going to be packed out for the battles. Moving on, we have Peter Porkelab coming around with his E46. He gets clip 2 pretty well. Gets deep into clip 3 as he flies towards clip 4. Now he's on to clip 4, around 1/4 of the way in. Keeps the car all the way in clip 4, gets clip 5, and I gets lost in the smoke ring clip 6 and across the line. A nice run there from Peter Porkelab. He got into clip 4 around, it starts there. He got in around this point. We have Sodas Mario coming in with a lot of angle there. Gets clip 2 perfectly. Transitions into clip 3, very nice. A little dab on the handbrake. Gets into clip 4 but scrubs out too much speed and shuts down the run. That was going to be a very nice run there from Kyriakos Marios Tsodas. Andreas Wax back in the track after his little crash into the tires. Car's looking perfect. I'm losing my notes all the time because it's quite windy here today. We've got Peter with the twin-turbo S15 coming round, getting clip 2 very nicely. Transitions across the track, deep into clip 3. Doesn't quite make it. Now he's into clip 4, running a really nice angle and a lot of smoke as he pushes his S15 to the end of clip 4. Transitions across the track, gets clip 5 very nicely, but dips a wheel before he goes into clip 6 and across the finish line. A nice run there from Peter Drift Team. Moving on to the next practice run. Who do we have? We've got Kostas Christoforou with his 2JZ S13. He pushes the car out to clip 2 but doesn't quite make it there. Transitions, gets clip 3 towards the end of the clip. Has a nice line, gets into clip 4. A nice update from Kostas Christoforou as he comes away from clip 4 a little bit, but it looks like he's pushing the car, trying to get it into the clip 4 from the beginning. We've got Bartosz, first time debut driving at Aachen Speedway. Lots of R&D into the quietest drift car I've ever seen in my life. This car has 2 silencers on it, on the exhaust, and it's extremely quiet car. But I imagine where he's racing, Bartosz is from Poland. Maybe they have decibel measures on the track. We've got Sergios Gregoriou doing a few corrections, getting finally onto clip 4, but comes away from clip 4 a little bit towards the last bit of clip 4. Transitions across the track, gets clip 5 and 6, but that run needs to be worked on a little bit. He was making a few corrections to the angle as he got into clip 4, but wasn't as deep as the judges want them, right on the tire wall. Moving over, we have Yorgos Chelevis pushing the car out nicely into zone 2. Transitions into zone 3, pushes the car, almost clips the no-hit cone, but he's not on clip 4. Transitions for clip 5 nicely, gets clip 6, but could be in a bit deeper through 6, but he needs a bit more work on clip 4, as most of the drivers do. There are a few drivers that are claiming the whole of clip 4, but it's not happening consistently just yet. Moving on, we've got Andonis with his E36, pushing the car as hard as he can to get into clip 2, but doesn't quite make it. Gets clip 3 nicely, a little dab on the handbrake, but doesn't make it all the way out to clip 4. Transitions across the track, needs to be deeper for zone 5, but looks like he gets clip 6 and across the finish line sideways. Jalarambos with his, oh, he's going off-road. Whee! Little rally cross by Bambos Jalarambos right there. And his BMW E92. Bambos Jalarambos did a few really nice runs yesterday, so I'd like to see him get on point today for qualification battles. Porcolab went and changed tires, going back into the track now. Moving over to the next run, we've got Simos Tikis with his 2JZ, running a nice line all the way outside. Could have been a tad deeper in clip 2, transitions into clip 3, lines up his car for clip 4, gets into clip 4, pushes the car not so much angle, he gets a little bit more angle towards the end of clip 4, transitions for clip 5, gets that absolutely perfect through clip 6 and across the finish line sideways. Gets clip 2 very nice, goes through clip 3, but I feel like he could have been a bit deeper. Too much angle, scrubs the speed and shuts down the line. Guys, I'm just going to pop you in this little holder for now. Wait a second. And I'm going to quickly nip down to the toilet. I'm going to put you guys right here. You can see the first turn. Just give me 2 seconds. I need to nip downstairs. I need to nip downstairs and go to the toilet. Just give me a couple of seconds. Next run is Sandro in her E92. If you guys want, quickly go and grab yourself a drink from the fridge, go to do a toilet break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. So happy, bro. And your video did really well as
when there's something that breaks down, it always goes good.
Yeah, people like it when we're in pain.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
Alright guys, I'm back. Let's continue this live. We've got Andreas Wax with his 2JZ S14 going into clip 4. He gets it after the first 5 meters, but comes off the racing line, gets back on it, transitions for clip 5, but it's not deep enough, goes through clip 6 and across the line. Sergio Gregoriu, BMW. I don't know what model this is, if I'm honest. Yeah, he could have been deeper in all of the clips there. He got quite deep into clip 6, but it's only the last clip across the finish line. Oh, we have Sandro coming down in her BMW M2. Or is that Leviscas? Who is that in the car of Sandra's? I think it might be Leviscas. Yes, it's Leviscas in Sandra's BMW M2 going up to the start line. We haven't seen him practice yet. He didn't practice yesterday. I thought that Sandra would be using the M2 for the battles tomorrow and the qualification, but it looks like Leviscas will be driving. Savas SP now heading up to the start line with his E36 compact. I'm gonna miss a few runs while I come down here. Just need to get a lighter. Romo, diaz mo dok sanare. Diaz mo dok sanare.
Just on grannet diaz mo iste.
Sicuro? Thank you. Here's the Red Bull truck, if you guys haven't seen it before, where Easy Sound DJ is in. Then over here we have Evangelos, the commentator for this week. And Easy Sound is somewhere saying some stuff. We have the FPV pilots on the other side of the tower like we did yesterday. We've got Daniel. If you've seen a video on Instagram of a GoPro getting annihilated, it belongs to him. And we have... Yeah, we need somebody to buy him a new one. It broke. Peter Pokerlab with his E46 running in to clip 4, picks it up after the first 6 meters, stays on the line on the outside of clip 4, pushing the car towards clip 5, gets clip 5 perfectly across the line of clip 6 and across the finish line. Ooh, I'm a little bit out of breath. How is everybody on the live stream? Where are you all from? Yasas, Kalorsorise de Olisto. I need to start doing some exercise. Καλωσορίσετε στο 2025 DRIFTKINGS Super Final εδώ στην πίστα Άχνα Speedway. Σήμερα έχουμε practice ως τις 2 και μετά έχουμε qualification runs και αύριο είναι τα battles. Πώς περνάτε στο live stream? Ποιος είναι ο πιο favorite οδηγός σας? Είναι λίγο Gringlish σήμερα. Ποιος είναι ο αγαπημένος σας οδηγός? Who is your favorite driver? Write it down in the chat, people. We're moving to Sandra with her E36 as she comes around the corner. Looks like she's going to get clip 2. Could have been at least half a meter deeper. She gets clip 3, dips down into the gradient of the track there. Finally gets onto clip 4, pushes the car all the way to the outside line of clip 4, all the way to the cone, transitions across the track. Could have been at least 20 centimeters deeper into clip 5. Pushes until clip 6, gets clip 6 nicely and across the finish line completely sideways there from Sandro. Savas, how you doing, bro? Nice to see you've joined the live. Bambos Jalarambos doesn't quite make it all the way to clip 2. A little bit of a slow transition through clip 3. Pushing the car now, a little dab on the handbrake bump, get back onto clip 4, but he shuts down the run. Simos Tikis, E36, 2JZ running the track all the way to the end. Could have been half a meter deeper into zone 2. Gets zone 3, but I think he could have been a bit deeper there, but he gets into zone 4, riding the whole of zone 4, coming off a little bit towards the end of it, transitions, gets clip 5 perfectly, gets clip 6 perfect, and across the line sideways there from Simos Tikis. Simos Tikis yesterday drove Alexis Harris' car. He wanted to check some stuff out on it, and he told me, I need to get one of these gearboxes. This car is really fun. Alexis Harris' car is the loudest, has the best sound, is the best sounding car at the track. When I listen to Alexis Harris' S15 go round, I feel that I'm at Driftmasters. That's what the sound sounds like. It's absolutely aggressive. Brrr, brrr, brrr. This is Alexis Harris' S15 rocking a 2JZ by Ross Performance, around 960 horsepower. So Tikis really enjoyed driving it. He told me, en agrion, bro, en agrion dun daftoginidon. Basically, in English, it's wild, this car. It's absolutely wild. So yeah, it's quite nice to see Alexis Harris lending the car to Simos Tikis. You don't normally see that in Cyprus. Very few drivers give their cars to other drivers to drive, especially on a race weekend. Kyriakos Marios Tsodas with his E46 LS3 powered BMW transitions, gets clip 3 nicely. A few corrections there, but he gets into clip 4, rides clip 4 all the way to the end. A few corrections there towards the end as his bonnet is bouncing. Gets clip 5 and clip 6 and across the finish line. I'm surprised I still have a voice today because I did a live stream yesterday for 3 hours and I was sure that I wasn't going to be able to speak that much today. But I'm not shouting, keeping my volume down so I'm not shouting on the live. Andreas Wax doesn't claim clip 2 but gets clip 3, pushes the car a little bit with a dab of the handbrake. Finally, he's not so deep though this time on clip 4. Transitions across the track for clip 5 with major angle. And across the finish line, Andreas Wax needs to work on his zone from clip 3. From clip 3 to clip 4, he just needs to work on that part of the track, and he should have quite a good run. We have Dagamura, E46. Doesn't claim clip 2, straightens before clip 3. A bit too much angle. Running a little bit of a shallow line, nowhere near clip 4. As he pushes the car, transitions across the track, gets clip 5, very nice, and clip 6, but needs to work on his clip 2, 3, and 4 just a little bit more to finally finesse it for qualifications. We have the first run of the weekend from Levishkas with the BMW M2 from Drift Happens as he claims clip 2. He gets clip 3. A long hold on the handbrake, a little bit of left foot brake, but he's on clip 4 as he pushes the M2 around the track of clip 4. It's looking very nice run here by Levishkas as he goes into major angle across clip 5 but scrubs his speed and doesn't make it to clip 6, straightens and shuts down the run across the finish line. But until then, for the first run of the day by Levishkas with the M2 of Drift Happens, that was proper crazy. Got some goosebumps there, thought he was going to pull off the best run of the day from his first lap of the day. You can just see there how much experience Levishkas has from racing in DRIFTKINGS. They were racing in Drift Masters. I saw them in Ferropolis. I saw them in Riga as well. They've been pushing a lot. They've had a lot of crashes as well this year. Sandra had a very major crash in Europe where the car flipped over. So I'm glad both of the drivers are here and racing this weekend. It's so nice to see Drift Happens back in Cyprus for their 3rd or 4th debut. We've got Peter, Drift Team with his S15. Twin turbo, he claims clip 2, he gets some nice angle, but too much angle, scrubs some speed, doesn't allow him to get into clip 4. A little bit too much angle, doesn't get all the way out. Transitions across for clip 5 and clip 6. A nice run, but I want to see Peter deeper into clip 4. The rest of the run is looking really good, but clip 4 he needs to get a bit deeper. As I was saying yesterday, after clip 3, normally clip 3 in the Cyprus Championship is a little bit more this way, underneath the Tower 3. This area here, let's just watch Porkalab. Oh no, we've got Bartosz. It's the first run I'm filming of him on the live stream. He did a really nice run this morning. Bartosz, if you don't know, is the driver from Poland that doesn't have arms. He was in a motorbike accident and lost his arms, unfortunately, but they have built an R34 Skyline, which was his first drift car, with controls on his shoulder for changing gears and front brake. And on the pedals, he's driving with his left foot and pressing handbrake with his right foot, a little bit of braking for all of the wheels, and also the accelerator on his right foot. Now he's moved over, he told me, to a BMW chassis, as in Poland, the R34 Skyline chassis is very expensive to get parts for, And he was telling me yesterday, James, I had to move over to a BMW chassis because the parts are readily available in Poland and I just can't keep buying parts from Japan for the R34. A lot of R&D in this car and a super massive respect that he has continued drifting and is a competitive athlete in the drift scene in the world. We've got Korkalab running around clip 4, a little bit too shallow though. Not on the racing line clip, but gets clip 5, very nice. Pushes the car and transitions to clip 6. Pedal to the metal, a little bit of left foot braking there as the front wheels lock up, and he claims the no-hit cone just before the finish line. We've got Panayotis Pepsis going into the track with his R33 RB powered carbon fiber Skyline. Michalis, hello mate, hello bro, nice to see you on the live stream. Guys, if you want, type in the chat whatever you want to see. If you want to see some specific drivers or if you want me to change position, maybe if we get enough votes I can go stand underneath clip 3. It's just we don't get to see the whole run from clip 3. This is the best place to film the entire layout, and maybe we can do a pit walkthrough as we get closer to the end of drift practice. And feel free to write in Greek. I do read Greek and I will answer your question in Greek and then translate it to English. Sabas SP gets clip 2 nicely, flicks his car into clip 3 but way too much angle as he spins out and shuts down the run. Yeah, as I was saying, if you want to write any questions in Greek, it's fine. I'll answer it. Is Tsuri running tomorrow? Tsuris did some runs today in the morning and he did some runs yesterday. But I went into the pits before and the car was up on the jack stands and Tsuris told me, can I not race one time without something breaking on this bloody car? He looked a bit sick of it, to be honest. I think something on the clutch broke, but his team are taking it apart now, getting it fixed, and hopefully he'll be back towards the end of practice today, and we'll see him in qualifications later on today on the live stream, the official live stream of DRIFTKINGS. Sandra coming around the corner, a little correction there. She pushes out to zone 2, doesn't quite make it. She straightens on the line, locks up the front brake, stops the car just before going into the guidance cones of clip 4. A nice save there from Sandru. Oh, maybe she missed the gear change on the transition. Το Skyline είναι του Παναγιώτη Πέψη. Πρώτη φορά βουρά ο Πέψη στην Άχνα Speedway σε πρωτάθλημα. Πρώτη φορά βουρά σε DRIFTKINGS αγώνα. Και πρώτη φορά βουρά το layout της Kuma. And he's doing really well for the amount of for the lack of experience that he's had on the Kuma line. He's really trying to perfect it. Bambos, Halalambos getting into zone 4 from the beginning of zone 4, pushing the car all the way around. His BMW Pink E92 transitions across the track. Could have been deeper for clip 5, but his clip 4 was absolutely amazing, filling it from the start of the track. He started very nice run there from Bambos Halarambos. He just needs to work on getting a bit deeper into zone 5 and zone 6. We have Bandeshas with his E36. I think he's running either a 2J or a 1J. He transitions, straightens as he goes through clip 3, misses clip 3. Running quite a shallow line through clip 4. Pushes the car out, transitions far too early for clip 5. A long pull on the handbrakes to make it through clip 6, but straightens across the finish line. After clip 3, on this part of the track goes down. There's a gradient that goes down towards the pit entry. So when you go down into this, your front wheels come up and you don't have that good traction. We've got Peter, we have a twin. Peter with the S15 leading, getting into the clipping box. Bartosz locking up the front brakes and straightening. Kicks the car back out sideways. Nice angle from Peter, but not in the racing clip of clip 4. Bartosz shuts down the run as he gets lost in his smoke, and they push across the finish line. We have Tofis with a 2002 Bavaria powered by a BMW M5 engine. They were here yesterday fixing the car until 1 o'clock in the morning. They got it running. They did a little startup, and I saw that the car was running around 1 o'clock in the morning. Nice to see that Tofis is back behind the steering wheel for today. Αμάνα μου τα μωρά που χώμα σε drift. Yeah, bro. I just need to make this chat box a little bit bigger so I can actually scroll through the comments. Because at the moment, I cannot do that. Maybe if I move it there, it's going to be a bit better. No, I still can't scroll through it. I'm just going to move it down for a second, but I will move it back up again. Neophidos Figatu, a long pull on the handbrake, pushing the car out to clip 4, but doesn't quite make it, comes off the racing line as he transitions his S13 across clip 5 and 6 and shuts down as he crosses the finish line. Nebura, Osavas Medobara. We have Andreas Wax leading with his 2JZ S14. Korkala pushing but getting lost in Andreas Wax's smoke as they transition for clip 5 and clip 6 and across the line. Nice to see some twins starting. Now Savas Buramedo Bara. Savas told me he had a lot of problems with the Barra engine. It's so powerful that it keeps breaking stuff, even billet parts on his engine. So he was telling me something about maybe getting a billet block for next season. Kostas Farsis in his R32, R34 front end, RB powered Nissan Skyline. A little bit of a clutch kick there, but doesn't get onto the racing line of clip 4. Transitions could be deeper in clip 5. Clip 6 he gets it. Handbrakes across the finish line. You're with Doros. I haven't seen Doros practice yet. Is he coming out into the practice? Sandro with the E36. Transitioning deep into clip 3, going into the gradient, getting onto clip 4. Deep in clip 4 from Sandra. Nice angle as she pushes the car all the way to clip 4. Transitioning across the track, deep through clip 5, deep through clip 6. What a beautiful run by Sandra with her E36. An excellent run there by Sandra. Best run of hers from the entire drift practice. Very nice. Looks like she's got the hang of it and found out where she needs to put her car from clip 3 to get into clip 4 perfectly. We've got Sabas SP with the E36 compact, handbraking. A lot of angle there, a little bit of left foot braking. Gets onto the racing line but comes off a little bit, gets back on for the end of zone 4. Transitions across the track, could be deeper through zone 5. Gets zone 6 nicely. Handbrake and full throttle across the finish line. Sabas yesterday had some problems with his differential, he was telling me, but he told me we'll be ready for tomorrow's drift practice, which is today. So it's nice to see him sideways again today. Moving over, we've got Bepsis with the R33 RB powered Skyline. He goes off course, takes out the cones. A little bit of run across there from Bepsis, but he's not phased as he pulls the handbrake and goes sideways. Goes around clip 4, but it's not deep enough. Transitions across the track. I cannot see anything. There's all the dust from his exit. He goes across the line sideways. Levishkas with the BMW M2 of Drift happens there on the start. They're going up to heat up his tires for his next run. I can't wait to see Levishkas' second run, as his first run was absolutely immaculate except for zone 5 where he went a bit too much heavy on the angle, scrubbed his speed and couldn't make it out to zone 6. So I'm very excited to see what he's going to do on his second drift practice of this weekend. We have a twin battle. We have Bambos Halarambos with his E92, and following behind we have Peter Porkalab with his BMW E36 as he makes a huge dive towards the doors, but doesn't get quite enough close proximity, getting lost a little bit behind in his smoke, but a nice dive there from Porklab. I just wish he held it. Kiro Artemiu with his E36 Techstar powered. Could have been a bit deeper, a little straightened through zone 2 to 3. Now he gets on to clip 4, pushing the car to the outer line of the track all the way onto the tires, comes off where he needs to be, transitions for zone 5, gets it nice and deep through zone 6, a little bit of left foot braking across the finish line as his front wheels lock up. Moving over now, we have Bandeshaz with his E36, powered by either a 1JZ. A few corrections there, and he spins off and goes straight into the dirt, as he did a little bit of a correction after zone 1. CH Loizu following behind, going up to the start line. Now they fixed the rear of the car. CH Loizu, the main sponsor of the J-Spot, helping me with all of my drift missiles to get me going sideways on the drift days. Secondary sponsor of the J-Spot is SP Tires Sodiris, where we buy all of our tires for drifting, and he sorts us out with all of the wheel changes. Also drifting, CH Loizu has an E46 2.5 turbo drift missile that he joins us at the drift days with, and Sodiris from SP Tires has a Mercedes diesel, which he's also started to drift just recently on the last drift day we had. The next drift day we have is on the 21st of September, is on the 21st of December. We're going to do the main course of Kuma. We have Bartosz coming round, filling zone 2 quite nicely, transitions across the track into zone 3, a long pull of the handbrake, getting into zone 4, pushing the car into outer zone 4, comes off outer zone 4 a little bit towards the end of the clip, transitions across the track for zone 5 and zone 6. Absolutely incredible driver to watch drift. He must be the only driver in the world that's driving with his left foot on the steering wheel. Absolutely I take off my hat to him. Full respect to this driver, and really nice to see Bartosz racing in Cyprus from Poland. We've got Tofis with a 2002 Bavaria, powered by an M5 engine. He transitions across the track, a little dab on the handbrake, trying to push the short wheelbase 2002 Bavaria around clip 4, but doesn't quite make it. Transitions through clip 5, gets clip 6, a little straight and across the line from the 2002 Bavaria. That was an original Bavaria that he cut up and made it a drift car. It's the only classic car that we have in the drift series. Now going into the track, we've got Tagamura with his E46. We've got Yorgos Chelebis with his S13 powered by an SR20. We've got Andonis with his BMW E36, and we've got Peter with his LS-powered twin-turbo S15 going up to the start. Neofilos Figarto with his Mazworks SR20, S13, not quite making it to zone 2. Could have been a bit deeper in zone 3 as he pulls the handbrake, trying to get into zone 4, but doesn't quite make it there. Pushing the car, trying to get back onto zone 4. All you need to do is lift the handbrake a little bit to push the car out to zone 4. A little tap of the left foot, braking across the finish line as he locks up the front tires. We have a twin. We've got Levishkas in the BMW M2 by Drift Happens. Transitions across the track, claims clip 2 nicely. Chasing him is Kostas Spassis, but Kostas Spassis shuts down the track. A little bit of left foot braking from Levishkas as he fills out zone 4. Transitioning across the track for zone 5. Claims zone 5 could have been a tad deeper though if I say so. And across the line from Levishkas, another nice run by Levishkas. A little bit He needs to just work on a little bit of getting zone 5. He did get zone 5, but he needed to be just a little bit deeper to claim it completely. Zone 6, I can't really see it from here because of the smoke, but I think he filled it out nicely. We're going from another run now from Bandechas with the D36. He's nowhere near. He straightens in before zone 3. He doesn't have enough speed and shuts down the line, gives it a little bit of a clutch kick to get it out sideways, but nowhere near zone 4. Transitions across the track and yeah, gets zone 6, but he's scrapped out all of his speed from zone 3. We have another twin. We've got CH Loizu with his 960 horsepower. 2JZ doesn't make it right to clip 2. Chasing him, we've got Bambos Halarambos with his pink E92 as Bambo now pushes to get onto the doors of CH Loizu. As they go around clip 4, transitioning for clip 5. Cristo claims clip 5 very well, but Bambos Halarambo is right on his doors across the finish line. They both go. Nice to see some twin battles starting to happen now for the practice session. Practice is until 2 o'clock. Then we're going to have a break, and then we're going to go towards qualifications of the super final of Drift Kings 2025 drift season here at Acna Speedway. Moving over, we've got Ephigios coming around with his flashing lights of his E46, dropping 700 horsepower by Ephigios. A nice dab on the handbrake, pushing his car into zone 4. He could have a little bit more angle, but he shallows off the line towards the end of clip 4. Transitions for clip 5. Could have been just a tad deeper on clip 5. Gets clip 6 nicely and across the line. Moving on now, we've got Peter, Drift Team, coming around again in his S15 twin turbo. Claims clip 2 very nicely. Gets into zone 3. Dips tires down on the gradient. Looks like he has a bit too much angle though. Shallows out the line, kicks it out sideways again, but nowhere near clip 4. Gets clip 5 absolutely perfectly. Gets clip 6 perfectly as well, and across the finish line absolutely sideways. All he needs to do is just work a little bit more on clip 4. The technical bit of clip 4 is this part. If you're deep enough to get to clip 4, you do go down the gradient of the track. There it's a little bit of a downhill, so the car lifts up and the front wheels lose a little bit of traction. Kofis, Bavaria 2002, he gets clip 3 quite nicely. He's pushing the car to the outside of the line, comes off a little bit towards the end, gets back on for the end of clip 4, transitions across clip 5, gets it perfectly but knocks down one of the cones, gets clip 6, and it goes across the finish line with the shortest wheelbase at the Drift Kings Championship here at Acna Speedway. Got the dries with the drones down here. We've got Daniel today on drone and Skipia FPV, I think it is. All right, next round we've got Yorgos Chelebis, hasn't driven for 3 years, coming in quite hot, filling out zone 2 nicely from Yorgos Chelebis, transitions into zone 3, a little dab on the handbrake, doesn't quite make it to clip 4, pushing the car now, he gets into clip 4 but comes off the clipping zone, transitions across the track, could be deeper into zone 5 and deeper into zone 6 and across the finish line. If you haven't subscribed to the J-Spot, hit the subscribe button, hit on notifications so you're available for all of my lives. We've got Levishkas filling out his zone 2 absolutely perfectly. A little bit of a dab of left foot braking as he gets into zone 4. He's riding the tires, pushing the car, pushing the M2 to its limit, getting onto all of the outer zone 4, transitions through outer zone 5, absolutely perfect. What a perfect run here by Levishkas with the BMW M2 of Drift Happens. What a beautiful run there by Levishkas from Lithuania. Andreas Wax, 2JZ S14 going up to the start line. So yeah, guys, if you want to see more live streams from me in Drift Masters or Drift Kings, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We've got Takamura, close proximity from Bambos Halarambos with his E92. Pink is hunting for Takamura's doors. They're not on the correct line, but it's a nice close proximity battle from Bambos Halarambos as he goes for the dive again across the finish line. A little bit of braking so he doesn't hit the no-hit zone. A nice twin there from Bambos Halarambos and leading Takamura with his E46. We have another twin. We've got Kostas Passis leading in his R32 with an R34 front end. Close proximity from CH Loizo. CH Loizo, a little dab on the braking. Shuts down the run. Clutch kicks it to go sideways. Kostas Passis, though, continues going full throttle as CH Loizo shuts down the run and Kostas Passis finishes the run. If Christo didn't tap the brakes when he did, he would have been right on his doors. He did a little correction there and sort of scrubbed out his speed and straightened for the rest of the run. But I'd like to see Kostas Passis leading and CH Loizo chasing one more time. Andonis with the BMW E36 coming around. Looks like he has a better line, but straightens a little bit at zone 2, shuts down the run. Again, we have another run from Peter with the twin turbos as he comes around to zone 2, doesn't quite fill it, but he pulls the handbrake, fills zone 3 nicely, dips down into the gradient of the track, a little bit of left foot braking as he fills out zone 4, transitions across the track, fills zone 5, but could have been at least 30 centimeters deeper, gets zone 6 nicely, but knocks the cone on the last zone there. Kostas Christoforou there with his 2JZ, driving into the track now with his Shishalav livered up S13.5, rocking an S15 front end on that, called the Strawberry Facelift. I kind of wanted to do that on my S13 as soon as I bought it. Then I went online and checked how much original S15 front lights are, saw the €1,500 tag on it, and I was thinking, yeah, probably not a good idea when it comes to me, because I'm going to drift my 180SX and end up smashing up €1,500 headlights on it. So I never did it, but it is in the game plan in one of my future builds. I love the S15. It's my favorite chassis from Nissan. It's a car that never seems to be out of date. It has beautiful styling mods and is really nice straight out of the factory. We've got Bandeshaz with his E36 coming around the corner, not making it quite to outside clip 2. A little bit straight through clip 3. Pulls the handbrake, back on throttle for Bandeshaz, but is nowhere near clip 4. Pushes the car out now, transitions far too early for clip 5. And a long pull on the handbrake through clip 6. Who do we have next? We've got Yorgos Chelebis with his SR20 S13, pushing the car to outer clip 2, getting out of clip 3 with a nice fireball coming out of the engine. A little tap on the handbrake as he gets onto outer zone 4, but comes off outer zone 4 where we were talking about before. Transitioning across clip 5, could have been a tag deeper for 5, gets 6 nicely though, and across the finish line with a nice fireball coming out of the exhaust on the bonnet. We've got the guys from the media down there. We've got Yorgos and Daniel. Let's go for another twin. We've got Andreas Wax leading. We've got CH Loizo getting a bit lost in the smoke, but he's going for the dive onto Wax's car. CH Loizo pushing. Andreas Wax pushing a little bit more. CH CH Loizu fighting there, getting out of the smoke of Andreas Wax and across the finish line. I'd like to see a little bit more closer proximity from CH Loizu on the doors of Andreas Wax. Simos Tick is there at the Marshall Post 3, getting ready to go up to the start line with his BMW E36, rocking a 2JZ. Simos Tikis has a YouTube channel. The videos are in English if you want to head over and subscribe to his channel as well. I like supporting all of the drivers who have YouTube channels here in Cyprus. And he's going up to heat up his tires on the start line. Sounds like the S15 is coming round again. Nope. It's Bambos Hararambos with his E92. Doesn't quite make it out to clip 3, but Dagamura straightens a bit. Pulls the handbrake. A nice dive from Dagamura, but shuts it down as they claim one of the guideline cones. Bambos Hararambos pushing the car. Now Dagamura's clutch kicked it to go back out sideways again as they transition over the track. Dagamura shuts down the run though and across the finish line. Who do we have coming now towards the start line? We have the one and only Yorgos Jaburas with his LS-powered E36. Jaburas is one of the youngest drivers, if not the youngest driver, in the Cyprus Drift Championship. Recently moved to the pro category of the Cyprus Drift Championship. He kicks his E36 sideways. Listen to that engine rumble. Yorgos Jaburas has the most sim racing hours in Akhna Speedway. He is racking up to 5,500 hours on his sim, and he is a very talented driver. One of the marshals has picked up CH Loizo's passenger door there that must have come off the car on his last run and is going up to the pits. Angelos there, the team manager, picking it up and taking it to the pits to fit it back onto CH Loizo's car. That's what we mean by door-to-door action. Next run coming down, we have Andonis with his E36. He pushes the car hard to get it into zone 2, almost makes it. Transitions into zone 3, a nice transition there, gets into zone 4, but for some reason shuts it down. Clutch kicks the car again, but comes off the racing clip. Transitions a little bit early, but gets clip 5 nicely, pulls off clip 6. A long pull on the handbrake, but straightens across the finish line. Make sure to hit that like button on the live, people. I appreciate it so much. YouTube will push the video if it has more likes on it, and we can show everybody the Cyprus drift scene here at the 2025 Drift Kings Super Final. Kostas Christoforou leading. Chelebis chasing. Chelebis taps a little bit of the left foot brake, but Kostas Christoforou is pushing his car to the outside line of clip 4. Jaburas getting into the smoke of Kostas Christoforou, but goes for a nice dive across the finish line from Yorgos Chelebis. Now we have Doros Francescu with his E30 powered by an SR20 2.2. Then we've got Porkalab with his 2JZ BMW E46, followed by Alekos Hasikos with his 900 horsepower E30, followed by Sandro with her E36 from Drift Happens, followed by Eftichios with his 650 horsepower E46 that caught fire yesterday, so it's nice to see Eftichios back behind the wheel. A very nice practice session today by Drift Kings. They gave the drivers from 10 until 2 o'clock to practice, which is 4 hours. They also had a nice session yesterday, so that they can practice their skills for the qualification. Bandesha has a long pull of the handbrake through zone 3, but doesn't quite fill it. Doesn't quite get out to clip 4. Is very shallow around the last part of clip 4. Transitions across the track, nowhere near clip 5. A long pull of the handbrake through clip 6, but straightens the car before the finish line. Next run, we've got Simos Tikis 2JZ E36 coming around the corner, pushing the car out to clip 2, but doesn't fill it. A long pull on the handbrake through clip 3, gets into clip 4 nicely though, filling clip 4, needs to be a little bit more angled for my liking, transitions across the track, gets clip 5 but annihilates the cones, transitions across the track to clip 6, we can't really see because there's so much smoke as the marshal goes to pick up the 2 cones that Simos Tikis annihilated in clip 5. Simos Tikis just needs to work a little bit in getting into clip 2 and pushing himself out through the transition to clip 3, but he picked up clip 4 very nicely on his run. So for you people that are joining the live stream now and don't know the layout of Aachen Speedway for the 2025 Super Finals of Drift Kings, they come from the start, they initiate, they have an outside clip over there, they come around the course, there's a no-hit cone right there on the corners. Capuras is coming around now with Andreas Wax. Clip 2 but gets clip 3. Andreas Wax makes the dive, but he's had a little bit of electric braking. Capuras pushing his LS power skins up 336 round the corner. Andreas Wax getting lost a little bit in his smoke but powering through. Goes for a dive, a little bit of left foot braking for Capuras as he goes across the finish line. So as I was saying, there's an outside clip at the beginning where they initiate. They come around right there. There's a no-hit cone. They come around the track for clip 2 all the way to the end of the racetrack. They transition in front of the famous wall of Aachen Speedway into clip 3. From clip 3 they need to fly all the way up to clip 4. Bambos Halarambos leading, Takamura chasing, Takamura going for the dive but being a little bit late in his reaction time. Bambos Halarambos filling out zone 4. Takamura giving a little bit of a clutch kick to get back onto the doors of Halarambos, not quite making it, straightening across the finish line from Takamura. So yes, after they transition from clip 2 to clip 3, all the way to the outside of the track, the judges want them to fly from clip 3 all the way up to clip 4, which is the beginning of the tires. These 4 cones here are a reference for the drivers to see where clip 4 begins. There's a no-hit cone there. They come around, another no-hit cone there. Let's get this run. We have Andonis with E36. And Sandra pushing behind Andonis, but Andonis is a little bit slow for Sandra, so she has to brake and slows herself down and doesn't get so close to the back of Andonis' car. So yeah, basically, I'm trying to make the layout in between the runs, but it's impossible. They have a no-hit cone there, so they have to start to get into clip 4 from right at the beginning of the tires, running around clip 4, no-hit cone right there, running around all the way to the end. This cone, they can come away from the clipping zone, they transition across the track for clip 5. Again, two no-hit cones right there. Again, transition for the next 2 cones, another no-hit cone just before the finishing line. Let's move over to this twin battle. We've got Celevis leading with his SR20 S13, followed by 2JZ by Kostas Christoforou as they transition over across the track. Proximity is not that great from Kostas Christoforou as they cross over the finish line. Sabas SP joining to the start, Marshall right there with his BMW E36 Compact, waiting to go up to practice. Evklidis, how you doing, bro? One of my loyalist subscribers to the YouTube channel. We've got Evklidis, a true supporter of the J-Sport from right at the beginning. We've got Doros Francescu leading in his E32.2 powered SR20 E30. Transitioning behind him, we've got Andreas Wax with his 2JZ S14. Doros gets onto the racing line of clip 4, pushing the car all the way around. Andreas Wax pedal to the metal, but can't catch up with Doros Francescu as they go towards clip 5 and 6 and across the finish line. A massive gap there by Doros Francescu. I hope Mike can't hear me above. Mike's in the level that's above me with the judges and they're watching the runs. I just hope they can't hear me just mumbling around the live all of this time. But I will stop the live at 2 o'clock when it finishes, and then we'll move over to the official live stream of Drift Kings for the qualification runs of Saturday's schedule. You can find out the layout on my Instagram stories. You can find out the picture from the briefing of the layout as well in my Instagram stories. And you can also find out the driver participation list and also the event schedule for Saturday and Sunday on my Instagram stories. Since you're there, hit the follow button so you're updated with all of the information for all the DriftKings battles that happen in Cyprus and also Drift Masters, which hopefully next year will be following Elagogo again through Europe. But this year I kind of want to go out for most of the races as I didn't quite make it last year to go and see all of them. We've got Porkalab leading with Eftigios chasing very close behind as Porkalab builds zone 2. Eftigios goes for the dive. They go into clip 4. Porkalab is in clip 4 all the way, and Eftigios chasing for the doors of Porkalab. A very nice run here by Eftigios as they transition to clip 5 and clip 6. Very nice run there by Eftigios, chasing quite close in proximity behind Porkalab there. Very nice twin run there by Eftigios and Peter Porkalab. Peter Porkalab is from Hungary. And Eftigios is from Cyprus. Eftigios is running 650 horsepower. Alekos Hasigos now, 900 horsepower, E30. Comes round, doesn't claim clip 2 very well. Gets clip 3, a nice stab on the handbrake, but it looks like it's too much angle and he shuts down the line just before flipping into the tires. Nice save there from Alekos Hasigos with his BMW E30. Going down to the start line, we have Levishkas in the BMW M2 of Drift Happens. Some very nice runs. Levishkas has only done 2 runs of practice, but he's done both runs very nice. Moving over, we have Sandra with her E36 leading and almost racing. No, it's Chapura, sorry. Sandra filling out clip 4 nicely. Chapura topping her, but a little far behind in the proximity. A little dip into the dirt from Sandro, who is leading, and Chapuras is completely lost in all of the smoke. There we go, Levishkas driving into the track, going up to the start line. Absolutely beautiful second run from Levishkas. His first run was really good, but he dialed in too much angle through zone 5 to zone 6 and scrubbed out his speed, but on his second run he did an absolutely amazing run there, filling out all of the zones. Just needs to work a little bit on zone 2 on that run, but it was a very nice run nevertheless. Another body panel being picked up by the marshals. The main marshal here of DriftKings telling the marshal to bring the bumper down here so they can return it to the driver. It looks like the bumper, rear bumper of Sandra's E36. We're just waiting for the marshal to get out of the racing zone, which is right there, walking towards the Red Bull Mini, so that we can continue with the practice. Upstairs we have Mike, the owner of DriftKings. He's the race director of the weekend, so he's letting know all of his marshals what to do and giving them the okay to continue the practice. Moving on now, we have Peter Porkalab from Hungary. Transitions across the track, chasing is Doros Francescu. Doros goes for the dive. Goes for the dive yet again, but doesn't get too close in proximity to Porkalab as they transition through zone 5 and 6. Doros Francesco has shut down the run. We've got one of the Greek judges right here for DriftKings. Hey bro, how you doing? The other judge is Adam Kenmary, that's sitting upstairs probably with Mike, the race director from DriftKings. We've got Alekos Hasikos coming in with his E30, dialing in the angle, but it's a bit too... he doesn't fill out his zone 2, but pushing the car now. I can see some progress here from Alekos Hasikos as he's really trying to push his car out to zone 4. Doesn't quite make it all the way into zone 5, gets zone 6 and across the finish line. we have a twin maybe. Yes, we do. We have Savas SP in his E36 compact leading, chasing. We have Eptigios. Eptigios goes off the course into the dirt, but Savas SP continues as he gets on to clip 4. Comes away towards the end, transitions the car nowhere near clip 5, gets into zone 6, a little bit of handbrake across the finish line. Eptigios though dipped into the dirt after zone 2. Coming into the track, we have Chrysanthopoulos from Greece with his shark on the side of the car. His car in this really nice bright neon pink. Really like the livery of this car. Chrysanthopoulos from Greece in his E36, heating up his tires as he goes towards the start line. Another cone has been annihilated on zone 2. Marshals have changed out the cones so that we run cones for the entire of the practice, so they all have a fair playing ground for the entire of today's practice. Where's the box? I'll film this run and then we'll have a quick break. We have Levishkas with the BMW M2 from Drift Happens coming around to clip 2, filling out clip 2 nicely. Transitioning behind him, here we have Peter Pokalab from Hungary and Levishkas from Lithuania. Levishkas filling out his zone 4 with a little bit of left foot braking. Pokalab trying to close the proximity as they go through clip 5. He gets onto the doors of Levishkas as they go through clip 6 and across the finish line. Another amazing run. We're definitely seeing Levishkas on the podium on Sunday for sure. He is on fire this weekend at the 2025 Super Finals here at Achna Speedway in Cyprus. Doros Francesco leading and Alekos Hasikos chasing. We have a double E30 battle right now. Doros Francesco transitions into zone 3. A little tap on the handbrake. Alekos Hasikos shuts it down as Doros Francesco pushes it but doesn't actually fill out his zone 5 very well. A lot of angle through out of zone 5 and 6. Doros Francesco needs to push his car to the outside line of zone 4 and he's going to have some really nice runs for qualification. A lot more twin battles happening now. We have Chrysanthopoulos from Greece with his E36 coming around for zone 2. Picks up zone 2, but could have been at least 30 centimeters deeper. A dab on the handbrake as he tries to line up for zone 4, but doesn't quite make it. Gets now onto the slip 4, but washes off towards the end of the clipping box. Transitions across the track a little bit too early, not picking up zone 5, but picks up zone 6 and across the finish line. Thank you to everybody who has joined the J-Spot live stream of the Drift Kings practice today. It's Saturday. Please hit the subscribe button if you want to be updated with any of my future live streams. Hit the notification bell and you will get a notification that we're going live and you can join and watch it and not miss out on any of the action. Eptigios, 650 horsepower, E46 leading, chasing behind. We have Savas SP with a BMW E36 compact. Savas SP goes for the dive. Eptigios is on the racing line of clip 4. Savas SP is really trying to close the proximity but shallows up his angle. Pushing the car, Savas SP transitions across the track. Eptigios makes a few corrections and transitions a bit too late. Thus transitioning and going through zone 5 a little bit too late. But a nice run there from Savas SP, one of the young drivers, but not the youngest. Chaburas is the youngest driver in the Cyprus Drift Championship, but it was a nice run there. Just want to see a little bit closer proximity for the twin battles, but it is qualifying today. We've got Porkalab chasing close behind. We have Levishkas with a few corrections from Levishkas as they come to zone 3. Levishkas goes for the dive. Porkalab lines up for zone 4. Porkalab gets into zone 4 with his BMW, but Levishkas is coming for the doors. We have a very close battle here from Levishkas as they transition from zone 5. I cannot see what's going on, but Levishkas is right on the doors of Porkalab. That was a very nice run there. We have Porkalab there from Hungary with his E46 being chased by Levishkas from Lithuania in the BMW M2 of Drift Happens. Bravo for Doro. Stylianos. Tomorrow I'm coming. Alright, bro, we'll see you tomorrow here at Athena Speedway for the battles of the 2025 Drift Kings Super Final here at Athena Speedway. Next run, we've got Chrysantopoulos from Greece leading with his E36. Chasing behind, we have Doros Francescu with his 2.2 BMW E30. Doros going for the dive, cutting a little bit of the line, but Chrysantopoulos is on clip 4. Nice proximity, but could be closer from Doros Francescu as they transition through zone 5. Chrysantos shuts down the run, and also Doros has to shut down the run as well as Chrysantopoulos slowed down a little bit for clip 6, which has been annihilated now. The cones have completely been destroyed, and the marshals are running up to fix the cones and put 2 new ones in their place. Guys, you can go and have a quick break. I'm going to leave you here for 2 seconds as I go and get a bottle of water. Head to the toilet if you want. Go grab yourself a drink quickly, and we'll move in 2 minutes for more practice from the 2025 Drift Kings Super Final. Savas SP must have done quite a good run, because I can hear Evangelos shouting that it was a nice run and that he filled out the zones, but I didn't see it. We can do let's try and do a really zoomed in shot, even though I think we're going to lose some of the quality. Alright, so that's the wide one. Let's do the telephoto. Let's get a nice close shot of the next run. Waiting for the next run of practice after Savas SP with his E36 Compact completed a nice run. There's some cars just left the burnout box. And we're going for the next run, are we? No, that is Pambos Nicolau. Pambos Nicolau with his BMW rocking 700 horsepower, going up to the start line for his first runs of the day. Cleaning up his front tires from all of the marbles, heating them up, getting them ready for the next run of practice. Καλώς ορίσετε στο 2025 DRIFTKINGS πρωτάθλημα Drift στην Athena Speedway. Σήμερα έχουμε qualification μετά από το practice και αύριο έχουμε τα διπλά περάσματα. Ελάτε κάτω στην Athena Speedway να δείτε το τελικό του DRIFTKINGS και το τελευταίο αγώνα Drift στην Athena Speedway για το 2025. Το επόμενο Drift που έχουμε στην πίστα Athena Speedway είναι στις 21 του Δεκέμβρη, που είναι το Drift Day που το οργανώνω εγώ με τον Αυγουστή, και έχουμε missile cars, shipboxes όπως τα λέμε, που είναι χαμηλά power αυτοκίνητα με street tires μόνο, δεν αφήνουμε semi-slick ή pro αυτοκίνητα και είναι μια μέρα διασκέδασης χωρίς αγώνα και θα κάνουμε το Kuma Line σε αυτόν το Drift Day ως την ώρα 1 και μετά η ώρα 1 η ώρα 5 θα κάνουμε το Rapid Course. Θα έχουμε 20 ευρώ για συνοδήγηση και εγώ θα πάρω κάποιους συνοδηγούς δωρεάν. Είναι δωρεάν για τους θεατές να έρθουν στον Drift Day και είναι 80 ευρώ ανά οδηγό για εκείνους που θέλουν να οδηγήσουν στον Drift Day. Just saying in Greek, guys, the next race after this is the last race of the Drift Championship and DRIFTKINGS at Athena Speedway. It's the end of the season for the Drift Championship, but the next date we have for drifting is the Drift Day that's on the 21st of December, which is the day that I organize with Avgustis, and it's for low horsepowered cars, missile cars and shipboxes. We run only street tires, no pro cars are allowed to come with semi-slicks. And it's a day of just pure fun, no competition, as we have Bambos Nicolau coming around with his BMW at 700 horsepower. Doesn't quite get into clip 2, gets clip 3, a lot of angle to into clip 4, but isn't all the way on the clip 4 clip. And distance across the track needs to be deeper for zone 5, gets zone 6 nicely and across the line. We'll have passenger rides at the Drift Day. It's free entrance for the spectators, but the passenger rides are 20 euros for 2 to 3 laps, depending on which driver you go out with. And what was I going to say? Yeah, and I will be giving out some free passenger rides throughout the weekend. I need to stare at the screen of my phone when I film these next runs because I'm looking over the phone and I just realized I might not have filmed all of that run. We also have a new challenge coming up soon. We will update you with all of the information as it's confirmed, but it's called Athena Drift Battle. You can find them on Instagram. It's a new page and a new type of drifting. It's just for fun though, it's not really a competition. It's just so that we can push each other and get better skills. Of course, it's Peter with the S15 with the ambulance sounds coming out. This car is for sale. Come on, we want to see more practice drifting. We're gonna have a little sit down until the next run. Let's get out of this super... Wow, I can zoom in a lot more. It's not very good quality though. We've got the Red Bull fridge for the judges upstairs so they feel hydrated and lots of energy throughout the weekend. We're just waiting now for the next group of drivers to go up to the start line so we can continue with practice until 2 o'clock. It's a nice day today at Athena Speedway. It's a lot cooler than it was yesterday. We have a nice breeze going on at Athena like always, so it's nice. It moves all of the smoke out of the layout as well so the drivers can see. In the parking, sometimes the smoke stays because the grandstand sort of blocks some of the air coming into the parking. But in the Kuma line, we don't have such a problem. Grandstands are slowly filling up with people. They're coming for the qualifications that are happening later. A few people only on this grandstand. Let's move to the next run. We have another run from Bambos Nicolau with his 700 horsepower BMW powered by an LS. He pulls the handbrake, gets into zone 4 nicely, a little bit, not too much angle, but he washes out of the clipping zone, transitions across the track, gets zone 5 absolutely perfectly, gets zone 6 and goes across the finish line. Maybe it hasn't, it's Athena Drift Battle. If you haven't found it, I'm going to I will post it on my stories after the DriftKings race. I didn't want to post anything before the DriftKings race. We've got Peter coming around in the S15 twin turbo. He transitions very nice, a lot of angle as he goes into clip 4. Pushes the car around clip 4, comes out a little bit, but goes back into clip 4. Close behind is the FPV drone, transitions from clip 5 and clip 6, and across the line, full throttle from Peter. It smells like popcorn. Like, I think those tires smell like popcorn. Very weird. So yeah, Gotov Chenkov. I will, if you head over to my Instagram, follow my Instagram, and I will be copying everything the Aachen Drift Battle posts. I will also post as well because it's our friend Misha that is organizing it, and I want to support him as much as possible. So as soon as this weekend race finishes on Monday, I will be posting his Instagram page so that you can all add it, as it's a very new profile. It's going to be super fun though. I can't wait till we test the layout that he's chosen. I'm not going to say much because nothing has been confirmed yet, but it's going to be a super fun day of drifting. And that's what it's about. It's about fun. Yeah, we just want the drivers to have fun, and we want to push the missile car drivers' skills and give them a little bit of a taste of a challenge. We have Peter Drift Team coming around again, filling out his own 2 nicely. He transitions across the track a little bit, pushes the car around clip 4, but doesn't actually fill it like he did on his previous run. Transitions across the track, fills outer zone 5 nicely, picks outer zone 6 as well, and across the finish line. I've seen way better runs from Peter of clip 4. There's a guy of the live stream about to cross the track. The marshal has seen him though. The DriftKings marshals are very alert the entire time. They have eyes around the whole racetrack at all times. We've got Levishkas with his BMW M2 from Drift Happens going up to the start line. Followed behind, we've got Kalarambos Bambos with his E92 pink BMW. I imagine Bambo's car is rocking around 900 to 1,000 horsepower. Who remembers Bambo Halarambo's E30? Who remembers that? That was absolutely sick. When he drove, you couldn't see him in the car. He placed the engine further back and modified the firewall. And when you saw the car from the side profile, you couldn't see he was in the car because he like tinted out his back windows. The live stream, guys. Andoni with the E36, finally filling out her zone 4, but comes off towards the end of clip 4. Transitioning across the track, nowhere near clip 5, gets clip 6. A little pull on the handbrake and across the line, he goes sideways. They're getting ready to do some testing with the live stream camera. If you've ever, they're rocking. Very nice camera setup here. We got to be careful though not to trip up on the wires because I bet that is super expensive. Eftigio's going to the lineup right now with his 650 horsepower E46. We're waiting for the next run. We've got the next run. We've got Bambos Nicolao leading with his BMW 700 horsepower. Pacing close behind, we have Peter with his S15 twin turbo. He makes a few corrections and goes offline as Bambo fills out outer zone 4 very nicely. Now Peter goes for the dive on the doors of Bambos through clip 5 and 6 and across the line. Oh, slightly missing the no-hit zone from Peter from Poland, I think. Remigio's going up to the line with his 650 horsepower car, and behind him we have Kyriakos Marios Tsodas with his E46 powered by an LS3 engine. We have Levishkas with the BMW M2 from Drift Happens, transitioning, a lot of angle there, a little bit of left foot braking as he fills out of zone 4. Very nice run here with a little bit of left foot braking from Levishkas. He completely fills out of zone 4, fills out of zone 5, fills out of zone 6, and across the line another amazing run by Levishkas from Drift Happens with the BMW M2 from Lithuania. Bambos Tsuris finally fixed the clutch and is going up to the start line in his RB-powered S13. Next run we have Andonis leading and Bambos Hararambos chasing in his E92 BMW. They transition across the track. Bambos goes for the dive but doesn't stay on the throttle. Andonis filling out his zone 4, but Bambos Hararambos coming for the doors of the BMW E36 as they transition through zones 5 and 6, but Bambos Hararambos straightens and shuts down his run. Bambos Tsuris, Fast Family Tsuris with his S13 rocking an RB engine. I think it's either an RB. Back in the past, I think it was an RB26, but I think he's rocking an RB30 now. I don't know. I need to go check out the engine string, the pits. We're just waiting a little bit until the cars go up to the start line so that we can keep moving on for the drift practice. The ώρα ξεκινά το live σήμερα. 3. Okay, so the live στο Citavision ή στον DRIFTKINGS? Okay, so today for the live stream, it's starting at 3 o'clock. We have the guys right here setting up the live stream cameras. It's on Citavision, and probably the battles will be on DRIFTKINGS YouTube channel tomorrow. Let's have a little peek of what he's filming. Wow, that is so overexposed. But they're probably tweaking everything now to get it all ready for the live at 3 o'clock. Simos Tiki is missing zone 3 but gets zone 4 very nicely. A little bit shallow on the angle but dials it in now as he fills out of zone 4, transitioning across the track into zone 5 and zone 6 and across the finish line. I'm going to leave this door open, I keep closing it, but they're obviously fixing a lot of things. I'm always very interested on the live stream. It's so interesting to see what the guys are up to. I've lost my notes again. We've got Savases. No, we don't. We've got Kyriakos Marios Tsodas. Doesn't quite fill out of zone 2. Transitions with a little bit of left foot braking and a little bit of handbrake. Gets into zone 4 around the 10-meter mark. Transitions across the track but shallows his line. A lot of angle through zone 5. Transitions from zone 6 and across the line. What was I going to do? My notes. It's so windy now that the door's open. That's why I keep closing the door, because it's so windy in here. My notes keep flying away. Who is that going into the line? I think it is Andreas Wax with his 2JZ. I keep moving this wire, but this wire's of the live stream. I keep putting it over here, but I think they keep moving it. Anyway, we're moving over to the next battle. We have Levishkas with the BMW M2 following behind. It's Bambos Hararambos. He goes for the dive. He continues. Levishkas sitting out zone 4. Bambos Hararambos getting close proximity to the doors of Levishkas as they transition for zone 5. And then transition again for zone 6. Bambos Hararambos straightens a little bit after zone 6 and across the line. Another amazing run by Levishkas from Lithuania with the BMW M2 from Drift Happens. Now we watch Tagamura going into the track with his BMW E46, the oldest driver in the Cyprus Drift Championship, Mr. Tagamura, Mr. Dagis himself. I preferred Dagis E30. It was so loud it kept making pops and bangs, and he was a really good driver with the E30. But I think he's much better with the E46. But it was nicer to watch him in the E30 because of all of the pops and bangs. Next car we have coming in with a lot of speed and a lot of angle. We've got Bambos Turis. He doesn't quite fill zone 2. Transitions across the track. A lot of angle there for zone 4. But shallows up the line, hits the first no-hit cone and spins out just before going into the tire wall. A nice 180 there from Bambos Turis as he powers his S13 RB powered S13. Doesn't quite make it. A very fast run there from Bambos Turis. He came into zone 2 almost backwards with a lot of speed. Sabas saying to Bambo, bravo, but we need to see Bambo completely fill the entire clips and pull off one whole run without shutting the car down towards the end of the line. But it's nice to see Bambo's back behind the wheel after they had some issues with his clutch during the first practice session. Efthigio's 650 horsepower E46 coming around, not quite making it into zone 2 as he transitions into zone 3, nice and deep. Gets into zone 4 from the beginning of clip 4. Nice angle from Eftigios as he powers around clip 4. Transitioning but missing clip 5. Transitioning again, getting clip 6 completely. Full send across the finish line from Eftigios. Eftigios has completely figured out zone 4 now. It's very nice to see. He just needs to push his car a little bit more from zone 1 to zone 2. We have another twin battle. We've got Andreas Wax with his 2JZ coming in, filling zone 2 nicely. Close behind, we've got Kyriakos Marios Soda. Soda clips the wall and straightens and shuts down the run. Andreas Wax continues the run, but shallows off the line of clip 4, gets back onto clip 4, transitions across the track to clip 5, but doesn't quite make it there. Gets clip 6 and across the line. Soda's clipped the wall right there and straightened and shut down the run. The marshals are back on point again, fixing all of the broken tires on the tire wall. The track is shut down until the tire wall is fixed and all the tires are back. There's the back bumper of Kyriakos Marios Soda going back to the pits. And we have another 2 cars going into the track. We have Pandeshas with his E36 and follow behind we have Andonis with Nicolaou with his BMW E36. Guys, 1 second. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. I just need to... We're reconnected back to the live there. Just need to check something on my phone. And now we're waiting. They're finished off the wall there. All the track marshals are back in the track. The track's been cleaned up from all of the debris from the little tap from sawdust on the wall there on zone 3. And we're just waiting now for the cars to heat up their tires and continue with the practice. Peter Pokolab from Hungary there driving into the track. I'm just going to leave you guys here quickly. I want to have a quick drink of water. We'll film this run into Bambos Turis. Bambos Turis claims clip 3 very nicely, lines up for clip 4. Now he's on clip 4, pushing the car around clip 4, but shallows off the line towards the end of the clip, transitioning through clip 5, picks up clip 5 very nice, picks up clip 6, and shuts down the run and goes straight through the dirt towards the end of the finish line. So you pop you guys right here. Give me just 1 second, guys. I'm going to have a quick drink of water. Guys, if you want to go have a quick drink of water, get something out of the fridge for you guys to enjoy the break as well with me. Go to the toilet if you need to, and we'll be back in 1 minute. As the next rider comes down Alright guys, I'm back again as my phone has flipped over and it's just filming the sky. This is my little iPhone mount. Alright, we're moving over to another twin. We've got Kyriakos Marios Tsoda taking out the no-hit cone. Behind him we have Andreas Wax going for the dive. He stays on full throttle. Andreas Wax claims the no-hit cone. Very close proximity from Andreas Wax, but he makes a small mistake and loses Marios Tsoda and pushes across the line. I think Kyriakos Marios Tsoda claimed the first no-hit cone, and then Andreas Wax clipped the second no-hit zone. But it was a nice proximity, but Kyriakos Marios Tsoda pulled away from Andreas Wax in this section of the track. I wonder what time it is. Can't see. What time is it? It's 1:30, so we have another half hour of practice left. Half an hour practice. As they come into the track, we've got Takamura going to the edge of the track with his BMW E46, but Bambos Halarambos with the E92. Pink BMW is close behind. BMW of Halarambos goes to the doors, closing the proximity as they come around the corner, but they're nowhere near out to clip 4. As they transition across the track, Bambos Halarambos pulls the handbrake and closes the gap right over the finish line. Bandeshaz, E36 coming around. Doesn't make it to clip 2. Transitions into clip 3. Doesn't make it quite to clip 3. A little dab on the handbrake, trying to get himself into clip 4, but shallows out the line, gets close to the curb, gets back into zone 4 towards the end of it. Transitions for zone 5, but needs to be deeper, needs to be a bit deeper. A long pull of the handbrake across the finish line for Bandeshaz. Alek Koshasi goes with his BMW E30 there on the start as you watch Andonis Nikolaou coming to zone 2. Needs to be about half a meter deeper and a bit half a meter deeper for zone 3, but gets into zone 4. A little tap on the tires on the rear of the car, thus spinning him 180 degrees into the tire wall. I think we might go down and help them with the tire wall like we did yesterday, because it looks like quite a big smack there, and I don't really mind helping out the guys. This time though, we're going to put it on wide view. We come down from the tower. We're met with Andros R32 with an R34 front end. We have the guys over there fixing the tires. Let's go help them out. More hands the merrier. And since I used to work at Akhna Speedway, I know exactly what needs to be happening. I'm going to go over here and help this guy because he's alone. Get these tires close to the track. Then we'll do these ones. And then this one. Then we'll get these two that are still together. Oh, there we go. And now we got a lot of tires that are on their own. Wow, what is this tire from? Some Lambo or something. Need a few more tires for there. I can't get these straight. They're all a bit messed up. Now that that's us finished, let's go back up to the tower. Just a bit of rubber, I thought it was a stone. There's the tire wall. Big thank you to all the marshals for fixing everything at the track. Whew. Now we'll go back up to the tower and finish filming the rest of the live. Oh, look how nice it is when you're an FPV pilot. Just sit in a little chair all day long, flying with all the drift cars, just enjoying his day. Oh. Just 1 second, guys, I need to wash my manky hands. Whew. 1 second, people. I just need to wash my car. Yeah, Craig, I'm still bloody exhausted, but it's nice to see me exercising. Where's the paper towel gone from in here? 1 second, guys, we'll back to the live stream. All right, let's go upstairs. Oh, we've started practice already. We've got Peter Pokalab leading, chasing Andreas Wax. Andreas Wax goes for the dive towards the end of clip 4, transitions, gets clip 5, but makes a mistake and goes on the inside of Peter Pokalab and shuts down the run for Andreas Wax. Woo! 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 I'm just going to sit here for a little bit. I've got F3 heels coming in. Transitioning, getting zone 3 nicely, feeling zone 4. God. Oh. It's been a nice practice session today. A lot of nice runs by some drivers. Best runs of the day, hands down, to Levishkas from Lithuania with the BMW M2. I'm gonna need a good shower tonight, I can tell you that. Savas SP with the BMW E36 Compact going down to the start line for the last bit of practice. Probably got about 20 minutes left. As we move to the next twin battle, we've got Bambos Halarambos in the E92. Not quite getting to clip 2. Chasing behind him, we've got Dagamura going for a nice fly, but he's very deep in the zone. Dagamura goes through the wall again. Bambo Halarambo continues to run. Transitions into zone 5 but misses it completely, but gets clip 6 and across the line. And again the tire wall is destroyed. I don't know if I have the energy to go down there again. I'm gonna have to leave you guys here though. I can't do it with one hand. It's too much tires. And I need both my hands to be able to pick them up. I would leave you guys here, but you're gonna fall out of the window. I need like a place to put you. Maybe here, maybe? I put you guys like, I bet you my phone falls from here. Anyway guys, I'm gonna leave you there. and I'm going to go down and help down the marshals get the zone back to normal. Give me 2 minutes and I'll be back. people. I am back and I am done. I'm not cut out for running around and fixing tires anymore. I'm absolutely dead. I do exercise, like I do some swimming and some cycling. I'm so out of shape. I was just telling the other marshal downstairs, bro, we're so out of shape, I'm dead. Sandra coming into the line, claiming the first no-hit cone and shutting down her run. Oh. Yeah, bro, Craig is completely right there. It's a lot of work to fix the tire wall. I don't go down for every time they fix it. I only go down when I see that there's not enough hands on deck. So this time, the reason why I went down is when Takamura went off course, a lot of tires went underneath the chassis of his car. So the main lot of marshals went to help Dagi to get him out of the car, out of the track, because if the car is there, we need to wait for a platform to come pick him up, and there's going to be even more delays. And when I looked down at the wall, most of the marshals were helping out Takamura, and there was only one guy doing the tire wall. So, like, I need to go help him out. As I'm helping that guy out, the rest of the marshals can get the tires underneath Dagi's car. There were 2 tires. And then gives enough time for us to fix the wall and not have too many delays. The next run we have Alekos Hasikos. Doesn't quite make it out to clip 2. Transitions across the track a little bit late into zone 3. But Alekos Hasikos is riding clip 4. He comes out a little bit towards the end. Transitions across the track, misses clip 5. Isn't deep enough into clip 6 and across the line. From Alekos Hasikos with his BMW E30. It's 1:45. Mihalis, we have 2 women competing. We have Natalie, the Red Bull driver, driving a BMW. And we have Sandra driving a BMW E36 from Drift Happens. Porkalab now hitting the tire wall. Yet again, the tire wall goes down, but he continues to run. Transitions across the track. Not deep enough in zone 5, but gets zone 6 perfectly and across the line. Like this time, I'm not going to go down there. There's no reason. There's already 4 marshals going towards the tires, and the damage to the tire wall is significantly less than before. Got to be careful now because this live stream camera is plugged in. If I trip up on that wire, good night to the live stream camera and good night to my bank account, because I bet this thing is not cheap. Is it on still? Yeah. Now you can see they got this exposure right. And that's what he sees. And he's probably going to pan around this turn. But I'm sure this frame might be in the way. Maybe he's just going to do this little part of the window. We'll see on the live stream. You're welcome, Mihalis. Guys, 1 second, I need to wipe my glasses. They're so sweaty and fogged up, I can't see anything. Solas Kyriakos Mariou going to the startup. The last 15 minutes of the drift practice before we have the break and we go to qualifications at 3 o'clock on the Silla Vision live stream. I desperately need some cold water. I wonder if there's some water down there that I can get. upstairs to the judges and see if they have a bottle of water, because I'm so thirsty. Next run we have Eftigios. Adam, is there water up here? I thought maybe you might have a box of them. Oh, they're perfectly. Thank you, bro.
Hello, Mike.
Yeah, he's downstairs. I don't know where. I think he was going already back to the paddock. I'm not sure. But he's not here. But
big thank you to Adam, the judge, for giving me the water. Dying of thirst. It's not cold, but it'll do perfectly. Catalin! 1 second, guys. I need 2 hands to open this bottle. I can't open it with my legs. Guys, I'm down to 10% battery. The live stream will cut out at 3%. So I might finish it just to make sure it saves properly. Oh my God, I'm absolutely exhausted. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Have you just joined the live now? You've missed most of the drift practice. I mean, you'll be able to watch it after I end the live stream, but it's going to take a good 20 minutes to upload, because already we're at 2 hours and 23 minutes. It's 3:50. We only have 10 minutes more of practice and I'm at 10%. You had to replace an engine. Are you coming down tomorrow to watch the twin battles? And don't forget to save the date. 21st of December is the next drift day, people. All day, 80 euros to participant. I can't even speak. 80 euros participant entry fee per driver, and spectators get in for free, but we'll have a 20 euro passenger ride fee, but I will be doing some passenger runs for free anyway. So yeah, but coming with me is a bit of a challenge. Catalin can tell you, he was my passenger for a whole drift day once. We had a lot of fun, but sometimes I drift through the fields. And the car won't be as bumpy this time, bro, because I've ordered suspension. El Toretto with his 660 horsepower BMW turbo that claims the no-hit zone and shuts down the run. After this practice finishes, I'm going to go have a quick shower, sit in the van, charge my phone, watch the qualifying on the live stream. I might do some videos actually for CH Loizu for the qualifying runs, and then relax for the rest of the day until tomorrow when we have the twin battles. If there's a practice tomorrow, there's a warm-up. It's not listed on the schedule as a practice, but on the warm-up, if they're doing some runs, I will be doing a live stream tomorrow through that practice session as well. And then when it's the twin battles, I won't be doing any live, as the official live starts on DRIFTKINGS YouTube channel. All right, bro. Good luck with your engine swap, and I'll see you tomorrow down at Aachen Speedway. All right, we've got the next run. We have a twin battle. We have Sandra with her E36 leading. Chasing behind her, we have Bambos Hararambos with his E92. Bambos Hararambos trying to get closer proximity, but Sandra is quite fast and doesn't allow Bambo to get too close to her. They transition across clip 6 and across the line. %8 battery. People, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to on, all notifications so that you're reminded tomorrow when I go live for the next practice. Bambos Nicolau, 700 horsepower BMW. Savas SP chasing. Savas SP goes for the dive. Savas SP stays on his doors with Bambos 700 horsepower. A lot of talent here from the young driver Savas SP as he transitions to zone 5 and zone 6. What a nice twin battle there from Savas SP and Bambos Nicolau. So yeah, if you subscribe and hit notification bell, you'll get a notification when I go live tomorrow, and you won't miss the live stream of the twin battle practice. Also, I would really appreciate it if you can hit the like button so YouTube pushes this live stream and we can show people the Cyprus drifting, stream of DriftKings. We've got Tofis with a 2002 Bavaria and Porkalab going for the dive. Tofis spilling out his zone 4 but coming off the cliff. Porkalab transitioning across the track for zone 5 and zone 6 is now on the doors of Tofis's 2002 Bavaria, but Porkalab claims the no-hit cone right before the finish line. I think Tofis closed the line over clip 6. That's not giving enough space for Porkalab. That's him hitting the no-hit cone. We're down to 6%. I will be switching off the live at 5% people because I need it to save and I don't want to lose 2.5 hours of my live stream. But thanks for watching and joining the J-Spot live of the Saturday practice for qualifications at the 2025 DriftKings Super Final here at Athna Speedway in Cyprus. A big thank you to all of the drivers who came from abroad to race in this championship. A big thank you to all our local drivers. A huge thank you to all of the spectators. And another big thank you to DriftKings Mike and all his marshals and the rest of the Athna Speedway marshals. Let's go. I'm going to film the last 2 runs. We've got Bandeshas with the E36 coming around. Very far away from clip 2. He straightens and pulls the handbrake for zone 3. Doesn't get near zone 4. Takes out the second no-hit cone in zone 4. Transitions far too early. Misses clip 5 and straightens and shuts down the run for clip 6. We're at 6%. We could actually go and do a quick pit walkthrough before the live shuts down. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just so we can see the rest of the cars in the pits. And now this I need to give it to the guy. This I'm going to leave it here. I need my keys. 1 second, guys, as I fill up my pockets with all of my crap. I need my notes. As the next run comes down, we've got Natalia with her Red Bull BMW. She doesn't get too far into clip 2, but fills out clip 3 nicely. Gets into clip 4 at the 10-meter mark. Fitting clip 4 nicely from Natalia with the Red Bull BMW as she transitions. She needs to be a bit deeper in zone 5, but gets zone 6 nicely and across the finish line from Natalia. All right, people. My water, I'm going to leave it here. Have a quick drink of water before we go. Next run we have Kyriakos Marios Sodas leading with Sandra chasing. Transition in front of the wall. Sandra needs to go for a big dive now to get on the doors of Sodas. Sodas is too fast for Sandra as he takes off and goes across the finish line. We're at 5%. I'm not going to make the pits, guys. By the time I cross over the track and get into the pits, it's going to be down to 3%. A big thank you to all of you who watched the live stream. That's the end of the J-Spot live stream for the practice on Saturday for the qualification run. We'll watch this last run and then I'll end the live. Thank you very much for watching. We've got Antonis Nicolaou leading with the BMW E36. Chrysanthopoulos from Greece chasing. Savas, Antonis Ioannou goes into the tire wall as he straightens with understeer. Chrysanthopoulos shuts down the run. Anyway, people, from me, and everybody here at Aachen Speedway. We'll see you on the live of SIDA Vision for the qualification of the 2025 Drift Kings Super Battle here at Aachen Speedway. Thanks for watching, and if there's a practice session tomorrow, you can catch me again live to bring you all of the action from Aachen Speedway. Enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the live stream on SIDA Vision, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the next practice. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe to the J-Spot. It means the world to me. Thanks again and goodbye.